A Saturday night fills the soul. And for the Madawaska Valley region, Saturday nights are only complete when their beloved Wolves take to the ice, and tonight they will host the Deseronto Bulldogs, the division-leading Deseronto Bulldogs. 15-3 is their record coming into this one. For the Madawaska Valley Wolves, they're 8-9-1 on the season. That doesn't represent the talent that is on this ice tonight. I'll tell you, Ethan Lipinski and Sean Green suited up for the Barry's Bay Wolves, and at the other end, it looks like Corey Kuipers, and I don't see any backup, so it might be a one-man unit. For these two clubs, jockeying for position isn't really on the table, as the playoff has basically been set for Madawaska Valley. They sit currently 6 points behind Tweed. Even if they ran the table for the rest of the season and Tweed lost the rest of their games, it may still come down to Tweed having home ice advantage. They will play those Tweed Oil Kings tomorrow night from Tweed, and we still haven't guaranteed if we'll have it or not. We will see. But tonight's game, with a jam-packed arena, as always here in Barry's Bay, it will be an exciting atmosphere. And everybody's here really early because I think a lot of people thought that that this game was going to be a little bit earlier on tonight. But no, that's actually going to be a net for, that's going to be Aaron Young, I'm pretty sure, is going to be the goaltender. And there's Corey Kuipers. The all-star selection from the Deseronto Bulldogs did a terrific job in the second period of that game in Prescott, representing the Bulldogs, and was great in the skills competition as well. Barry's Bay could have had so many guys coming. It was just a conflict of their schedules that kept them out of the lineup. So Barry's Bay, as I say, 8-9-1. Depending on who it is, Ethan Lipinski sitting at a 3-win, 3-loss clip and a .391 goals against average and a .902 save percentage, which is 7th in the Eastern Ontario Super Hockey League. Or Sean Green, 2-2, .533 goals against and .837 save percentage for Barry's Bay. On the other side, we mentioned Corey Kuipers, 9-2-0 with .438 goals against, a .902 save percentage, and Aaron Young, 5-1-0, .344 goals against average, and a .928 save percentage. And that puts him pretty high up there in the race to the top for the goalie leaders, as you see right here. Right near the top there, as you can see, Aaron Young, .344, sitting in third place, just behind the goaltending tandem of North Dundas is Matt Jenkins and Adam Couchane. But just a little farther down the list, there's Ethan Lipinski, .391 goals against average. Skip over to the save percentage, and your leader amongst the entire league is Aaron Young, sitting at .928. Corey Kuipers had a couple stumbles in 2 of his 3 final games coming into the All-Star game. He was right up there as well. I think he got to a .914 save percentage at one point. He was absolutely on fire. And there's Ethan Lipinski, that .902 save percentage. You're also going to see some big-time point leaders as well. Jared Steege is right up there. He's sitting 38 points on the season, just behind Brandon Jacome of the South Stormont Mustangs. And he's right up there in goals as well, sitting at 18 on the season. So firepower at both ends of the ice tonight, and goaltending is going to be at a premium as well. So it's one of those things that which one will come to the top. Madawaska Valley, the Barry's Bay Wolves, is right full of talent. Sorry, I just got smashed into there. People walking by. What was I going to say here about Lapine? Robert Lapine, congratulations on the birth of your new child. I heard that before the game. Hoping that he's going to be in the lineup tonight for Barry's Bay. If not, health and happiness to your new baby and to your wife. Hopefully everything went smooth and everything's going well for you there. And good luck to your boys tonight in this hockey game as well. So Barry's Bay started off the season 1-3, and You know, it was not exactly the way they wanted to start the year off. A couple of tough losses that they really wish those games they could have had back, which has resulted in the 8-9-1 record. So if you think about it, they started off the year 1-3, but have been 6-3 in their last 9 games, and actually a couple of routes. They beat up on the Gananoque Islanders pretty heavily, and they've really had some momentous wins throughout that span. You see on the ice there, all the young lads, some of these little guys here, they're not actually on the team. Let me tell you that. They're not going with a shorter roster tonight. Smaller bench, but definitely not a shorter roster. And here in Barry's Bay, they do it right. They have the young lads that get involved in the games as well. And you see them out there, the little goalies in behind the net there. It's got to be a treat for them. These guys are really like their heroes. They come out in fine fashion here, and they involve them all along the way. And it really makes for a packed house here as well. And look at this, the young lad coming in, playing and firing on one of his idols there, Ethan Lipinski. It's really a beautiful scene here in Barry's Bay every time we're here. I want to thank the owners for having us here, and we really appreciate it. It's going to be a star-studded atmosphere from Barry's Bay, and we're glad to have you along for the ride. On the other side of the table, the Deseronto Bulldogs are sitting at 6-1 in their last 7. They have been hot as it gets this year. I mean, Corey Kuipers, as I've mentioned many times on the broadcast, his playoff performance last year was second to none, coming in relief for Bailey Miracle, and he did an incredible job backstopping them. They were unable to knock off the Smith Falls Ritos, but he was first game coming in, stopped 26 of 27 shots against Smith Falls as that game went to overtime, and he was absolutely terrific in that game and throughout the rest of that series. That has leaked over into this season, and he has become one of the best goaltenders in the entire EOSHL. He has his goalie pads are absolutely terrific as well. I'll just point that out as a goalie. And Aaron Young is as well. He's been absolutely phenomenal as well. Both goaltenders in Deseronto. I mean, it's a really nice problem to have when you have two terrific goalies that suit up for you every single night. And Barry's Bay, as I was talking to a few of the fans throughout the last hour and a half that we've been here talking to them, they've all said that they all believe in their goaltending. They believe that Lipinski, Green, and Schubert are just top-notch goaltenders, and you've got to love that when the fans are even behind your goaltending as well, and they're not wrong. They are 3 terrific goalies. They're having a celebratory photo taken with those young lads there, and it's absolutely beautiful the way they do it here in Barry's Bay. Hats off to you guys and gals, and it's, I mean, if you, yeah, there's James is getting a shot of them coming off the ice there, and yeah, the beautiful jerseys too. Boy, they do it right here, let me tell you. So a big schedule too around the league. My goodness, it is a full slate of hockey games, and we'll get that up for you here in just a second. Julie, there she is, always cheering on her Bulldogs. Cheryl, we appreciate your support as always. And I'm not sure what that is, Julian, but yes, indeed. So this is the really quickly, we'll go to this really quick. The games around the league today, I don't know if you can see that or not, but Westport Lumberjacks take on the Smith Falls Ritos. Most of these games are starting at 7:30. Glengarry takes on North Dundas, Gananoque versus Lindsay, South Grenville versus Pogan Falls, Manotick versus Pontiac, and Arnprior versus South Stormont. So we will have you updated on all those games as we bring you it live from the Paul Yakabuski Arena here in Barry's Bay as the push for the playoffs continues. After that all-star game, all fun aside, both teams gear back up for their playoff push and get themselves into the right gear. It's easy to kind of, we found our position in the standings. We know who we're going to face. We know all that type of stuff, and you go into the playoffs flat-footed. That is not what you're going to see here tonight. And I think for Barry's Bay, as they're season ends with Deseronto then going to Tweed and coming back here to play Deseronto, possible first-round matchup. It's actually beneficial to Barry's Bay and for Deseronto playing Barry's Bay as well. It's very difficult end of the season is because you can't take a game off. You've got to be geared up 110% for every game because, hey, you don't want to get blown out. I mean, all three teams I just mentioned right there can score in bunches, so you've really got to take each shift seriously. And when the playoffs come, you're not in game 3 of the season form. You are in playoff form right away. So 4 minutes, 20 seconds. We count it down to puck drop here in Barry's Bay. Glad you're along for the ride. We'll have more coming to you shortly. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Actually, I may have a score around the league right now, to be honest with you. Yeah, I do. It's a final. The Smith Falls Ritos beat the Westport Lumberjacks today from Westport in a 4-1 final for Smith Falls. Calvin Wheatley was the lone goal scorer for Westport. And Joel stopping 54 of 58 shots in that game. He saw a lot of rubber. And at the other end of the ice, it was Dallas Slack stopping 41 of 42 shots. Goal scorers in this game for their side, Devin Cobalt, the 2 goals. Goals for Spencer Cobalt and Michael McKenney. Sorry. Tate Leeson, it's got to be the first time in a long time I've said this, but he had no goals. He had 2 assists, the league leader in goals. Theo Todd, Andrew McKenney, and Brett Costello, along with Ben Beasley and Sean Sloan getting assists in that one. And that switches around the standings where the Ritos now have a 3-point lead on the Gananoque Islanders, who have really had a rough time over their last 10, which is something that we haven't been able to say about Gananoque in a long, long time. They're at 13-5, 3 points back of Smith Falls. And those other games will be starting at 7:30, and we'll have all that information coming to you as the night progresses. If you're a fan of the OSHL, you know as well as I do that Barry's Bay and Deseronto hockey games, their only game they played this season was a 6-5 win for Deseronto. You know that both of these clubs know how to put on a show for their hometown fans. There's Lipinski, possible starter tonight. We'll find that out at game time. You know that it's always going to be a show when these two teams take to the ice. And well, Deseronto in their Reds tonight. I've actually never been a part of a Deseronto Bulldogs when they were in their Reds. It may be just a pre-game thing, a warm-up thing, and they'll go back to their blues. But right now, it's red all the way for the Deseronto Bulldogs. You pumped up for tonight, James? What do you think? Are you pumped up for tonight? What do you think of this hockey game so far, or tonight we're going to have in front of us?
It'll be good.
It's going to be good. So far, hey, the warm-up's looking really good. Yeah. Yeah. But both teams look like they're pumped and ready to go. Deseronto, that long trek, it's roughly 2 hours and 20 minutes. Julie was telling me earlier today. Hey, Brandon's cheering on the Bulldogs as well. They don't exactly get jet lag, but that's a long trip up here, and we saw some of them arrive roughly 20 minutes before they went on the ice. That right there, I mean, it can if you're a Deseronto fan, let's hope that it doesn't bring them out on the wrong foot. And for a Barry's Bay fan, they'll be hoping for the exact opposite. Under a minute remaining here in the warm-up. Thanks for tuning in, folks. We love bringing you these games, and we love it even more when we are live. Thanks to Barry's Bay's beautiful internet here. We are streaming strong for now, knock on wood. We'll make sure that we try and get it up as fast as possible. If it does cut out, James is the absolute catalyst when it comes to that. And he's really good at making sure that that type of stuff is figured out in a quick hurry. All right, folks, they'll do a flood here in just a moment. We'll be back with an incredible game between the Barry's Bay Wolves and the Deseronto Bulldogs. We've got a small little montage of the last time that Barry's Bay and Deseronto played. Is that it there? Oh, beautiful.
EOSHL TV is powered by M&L Electric.
The river that flows and separates this beautiful landscape is also one of unity. At one time, it was considered to be the fiercest river of the region, not because of its size, but because it's actually relatively short. But nonetheless, its power and strength was something nobody could deny. Because of its sharp drop of 224 meters where it joins the Ottawa River at Arnprior, this is where it's created its incredible power and reputation as one of the best whitewater rivers in eastern Ontario. The Barry's Bay Wolves Hockey Club has the same reputation around the EOSHL. They're not the biggest community, but they are known for their love and passion for their beloved Wolves, and it shows every weekend as their fans come out in packs to the front gates of the Paul Yakabuski Arena to pay their ticket fee for what they know will be an amazing 60 minutes of no-quit hockey. Their very difficult play style defensively is what keeps them hard to play against, thwarting any offensive push coming their way. They are strong, physical, and defensively responsible, but you can never forget their powerful offense, which can turn any game into a blowout, if the system is working properly. Many teams have felt the Wolves' rapid-fire, 200-foot hockey and come out on the losing end wondering what they did wrong. The answer most nights is nothing. You did nothing wrong. You were just outworked by that pack mentality that is not just not just this fantastic hockey club, but this beautiful community and their support for their beloved Wolves. Hello, everyone. Good evening and welcome to EOSHL TV live from the beautiful Paul Yakabuski Arena in Barry's Bay, Madawaska Valley. I'm Billy Bull, alongside my trusted colleague and son behind the camera, James Bull, and we are honored to bring you another thrilling Saturday night edition of the Eastern Ontario Super Hockey League. And this time, it's been a little while from Barry's Bay. The community, as you can see right in front of us, is all in on this hockey club. And these young boys and girls wait outside the locker room to greet the Barry's Bay Wolves every time they come through this door. And if that doesn't give you a shot in the arm, if you're a part of this Barry's Bay Hockey Club, nothing will. It's they in the pregame, I don't know if you saw it, but the sorry, I thought they were doing a announcement for them. But if that doesn't give you a shot in the arm, nothing will. Barry's Bay really knows how to do it here. And they include all the young lads and young ladies who were out on the ice prior to this game during the pregame, skating around with the big team. And it's going to be something they will remember forever. You can see it, just the lights on their faces. It's absolutely beautiful. And not a lot of clubs do that. Not a lot of clubs involve the young lads and ladies out for the pregame. Actually, I don't remember ever seeing that since I've been a part of this league. And it's a one-of-a-kind experience here in Barry's Bay. The club itself is terrific. The fan base is outstanding. And as they get ready to come out this door, you'll hear an eruption from a sold-out, just as it is almost every single weekend I can imagine here in Barry's Bay. I don't think there's usually a ticket to be had. As you see there's Barry's Bay in their reds tonight. Lapine coming out for Barry's Bay. Look at this, it's just absolutely terrific. The 15-3-0 Deseronto Bulldogs It's the 8-9-1 Barry's Bay Wolves, who are on a tear lately, sitting at 6-3-1 in their past 9, and Deseronto sitting at 6-1. Looks like Ethan Lipinski will be in net for the Barry's Bay Wolves, and at the other end of the ice, it'll be Corey Kuipers. Kuipers 9-2-0 and a .438 goals against average and a .902 save percentage. And at the other end of the ice, Ethan Lipinski, all-star bound. He could have been 3-3-0 and 391 goals against average and a .902 save percentage. As I said in the opener, 7th in the league in that category. And you can hear it. This crowd is pumped and they are ready to go. And there's the captain, Kelly Summers. He's telling them all get back onto the ice. So it's going to be a star-studded affair here from Barry's Bay. And as I said, they're not rightly jockeying for position in the standings anymore, but I mean, they can make it really tough on Tweed if they can run the table. O Canada next, Paul Yakabuski Arena. Thanks for tuning in, folks. The Madawaska Valley is brimming with positivity, and this is just another stepping stone to a possible championship season for this hockey club. There's never been a moment throughout this season that they haven't felt like a championship team, and playing against this Deseronto Hockey Club, who their fans at home believe this very same thing. That'll be a test, and this test may not end here in the regular season because these two teams may be meeting up in the first round of the playoffs. Paul Yakabuski Arena here in Barry's Bay. We bring you the Wolves and the Bulldogs. Lipinski, Kuipers in the net for Deseronto. And Barry's Bay will hold the line early and right through the middle of the ice. Sift that off the boards. Lapine thrown through center. Summers over to Lapine across ice. The shot through. There's Leclerc. Big Leclerc on. Fan favorite here in Barry's Bay. He knows how to get the physicality going. That's dropped to the top of the circle. Thrown to the slot, knocked away. And they're out on a 2-on-1. They got caught deep. Back the other way they come. Pass across. A hot pass just over the stick. And out the other way, Deseronto. Gustafson just out of the way of that hit. He's got the full cage on tonight. It's flipped over and into the corner. Ripped around the boards and out through center. With good speed, trying to get through. The puck skips over his stick. Sinclair, the backhand pass right to the tape, and the shot kicked out by Kuipers right back to the point. The shot tried for the far side and just missed that one. Deseronto trying to counterpunch here early. Flip pass into the zone. Lipinski trying to knock that one down. Off the boards. Kept along the wall, thrown around the net. Going into the corner is Lapine as well. Trying to knock his man off the puck. Flipped out through center. Racing after that one is Steege as well, and he'll knock him off the, oh goodness, Corey Kuipers had to be alert on that one. Roughed along the wall into the corner and knocked off the puck. Digging for it along the wall. Someone trying to move it out. Deseronto will control, throw it in behind the net. Half wall and out. Mitchell Mary, guy I haven't even got to see actually this entire season. He's out there for Deseronto tonight. Off the wall, back into the zone. Jacob Steege throwing it back as they set up. Separates himself from the forechecker there. And they'll start it back in their own zone. Talon throwing across ice to Steege. He's been out there for a little while. He'll be looking for a line change. DDD pass. Connects over to the one side to Fleming. Couldn't hold on to that one. Around the net to Iyer. Kept in by Deseronto. Thrown through center. Fleming couldn't hold on to that one. It's thrown back into the zone, and there's Mary off to the races. Turning in the corner, protecting himself from the defender with backside to the D-man. It'll be thrown down the ice. No, it's icing is called off. Both teams playing this cautiously to start the game. Through center. Knocked off the puck. I think with some click. Mitchell Mary with the slot. Looking for a shot. Can't come away with that one. Blue line knocked down. Thrown in behind the net and around it goes. There's Leclerc. Good play on the corner there to move it back to Leclerc and out through center, and they're gone. McDade past that blue line, faked the shot, fired it just wide of the net. He had him leaning the wrong way. Leclerc throwing it on. The slot scored! Oh, baby, they got it early, and it's a 1-0 lead. Bouncing puck finds tape, and Barry's Bay up 1-0. 3 minutes and 25 seconds into this one. A good play and a great forecheck starting this game off for Barry's Bay. And that results in that hard work effort. As I was talking about in the opening, Barry's Bay is not a team that gives up on any play, on any game. They could be down by a few early and still come back to find a way to win it. And with Ethan Lipinski in net tonight, you can be sure that he'll hold strong as he does every single night. Shot through, and Lipinski will snare that one. A hit there at the blue line. That caused a little bit of a schmoz there, let me tell you. Thanks for tuning in, folks. It's going to be a great game. Corner. Kelly Summers will flip that out through center. Turns it back around. That's center ice. Barry's Bay will pick the puck up and come through center. Looking for a shot. Hits a leg. Goes up and into the corner. Hit along the wall. Thrown out through center. Kicked up by Kelly Summers, one of the best captains you'll see in this league. Gustafson in, all on its, oh, what a great defensive play by the captain. As I say, he does it all, leads this team by example. And back come the Wolves, flipped up through center ice. Tried to knock it down, but can't come out with it as Jared Steege drills him along the boards. Coming in a shot, and he just missed the top shelf. Kelly Summers at the point, always dangerous. Shoots it, hits a leg, goes into the corner, shot, low. And glove side, deflected away. Knocked into the corner and flipped out through center. Barry's Bay will contain the puck and start back the other way with it. Flipping it into the corner. Deseronto will throw that through center ice. Trying to get away with that one was Gustafson. Trying to knock that off his stick. Luke Brown, forechecking hard. Flipped in behind the net. Deseronto and a big body there. Exactly what Barry's Bay has been wanting to do is get the, I tell you, Gustafson does not look himself right now. A little slow, and he looks like he's supporting him. I'm not sure if it's an injury or something, but might be just like they say, that long drive out makes it difficult for guys to get right into the game early. Draw one into the corner for Deseronto, up on the boards. Trying to fire it across ice. This is Lamers. Trying to hit Noah Brandt. That big body into the corner, trying to win it out. Hits off the helmet to the blue line and out. Drilled back in. Looking for him is Rapine. Lost the blue line. He'll just fire it on. And Kuipers will make the save, but it's squirted loose. The Regents score! Barry's Bay jumps on the loose puck and buries it, and it's 2-0 Wolves. Another terrific forecheck that results in a reward, and this crowd loves it and appreciates the effort early. Back pedals into their own zone, Enright looking for more. It's that blue line and in, scoring, going towards that net. Knocked off his stick. Into the slot. Oh, he just missed that one. Goodness me. Thrown in behind the net again. McKenzie drilled along the wall, being held there. Good body to help support his mate. Trying to walk out with the McKenzie to the slot. Just lost the handle on that one. Enright back to the point, flips it into the slot. Deseronto will try and come back out with it. Enright, bouncing puck. He's back quickly to get it. Turning on a dime off the glass and out to the blue line. And they're gone on a 3-on-2. Odd man rush across the line. The drop pass, shoots, and he ripped it just over the net. Drilled into the corner there. And only one man will walk away from that one. We're going to have ourselves a whistle, as I think he may be feeling a little bit of discomfort on that one. What an absolute monster of a hit. Completely clean, but difficult for him to get up after that one. Draw one. Barry's Bay will turn it back the other way. Looking to get more. Kuipers will hold on to that one. Okay. That draw. One to Deseronto, and they'll look to get it out of their zone as Barry's Bay pressures them in their own zone. Drilled along the wall. So I was saying in the opening, Barry's Bay with a shorter bench tonight, going with 5 defensemen. But, oh, there's a big hit, and Leclerc will not like that. You see him giving the old eye there. He is the protector of every Wolf that dresses up every single night. He does a great job of it. He can also play the game as well, which is terrific. Throwing up the ice. That could go for icing. Yes, it will. It'll be brought back 200 feet. 12:29 to go in the first period, and a 1-2-0 Barry's Bay lead here in the first period of this incredible game from the Paul Yakabuski Arena. Appreciate you tuning in. Yes, indeed, Julie. That's exactly what hockey's all about. The kids getting involved, and yes, indeed. Back to the point. Looking for a shot through, and he can't find it. Looking into the corner, throwing it back up. Taking the man instead of the puck. Rogalski. Good play there to get that opportunity out. Center ice, Barry's Bay. And turn it back around. Lapine. Shot, stopped by Kuipers. Good pass over, and Deseronto is out through center. Just out of the stretch there of Luke Brown. Pass over onto the wall. Looking into the corner. Barry's Bay will flip it up to the half wall here, throwing it on net, and a nice save by Lipinski. Hasn't been all that busy in the early going. If Deseronto gets going, there's a chance onto the half wall here, throwing it into the slot. Bounces over his stick. Knifing after that one is Steege. Behind the net, McKenzie. The half wall given away into the slot. And just about came up with that puck there. Thrown up the center ice, and they're in. McKenzie again. He's been terrific in the early going. And this one one-handed. Kuipers holds that post, and he'll keep that one out. Corey Kuipers, one of the best in the biz. He's been beat twice early, and don't count him out either. He can let up a couple goals, but then he knows how to shut the door right quick. Deseronto, I'll tell you, that's, I don't know, bus lag is what we're going to call it here in the EOSHL, because they don't rightly use jets or anything. A chance, Noah Brandt, the shot, Lipinski steers that aside. Back to the blue line, Fleming chasing after him, the shot through, stopped, slot, Lipinski, the save, and he'll hold on for the whistle. Shot through, stop by Lipinski. The rebound is there. But Lipinski will hold on to that one for the whistle. Just to reiterate, Deseronto on a 6-1 run over their last 7. The Barry's Bay Wolves 6-3 over their last 9. And on home ice, Barry's Bay has been one of the most difficult teams to beat in their home barn, sitting at a 7-1 clip, looking to go 9-1 if they can beat Deseronto the next 2 games. And that's why home ice is so important. Noah Brandt, the shot. Lipinski kicks out the pad. They're back again on a 2-on-1 break. Deseronto pressing a little too much. The Wolves, the slot pass, and he couldn't complete it. Pass cross. Was not looking the right way on that one. Puck squirts past him, and Barry's Bay tried to move it up quickly, but just couldn't convert. Deseronto in their own zone looking for a line change here. They'll flip it up through center, and it's going to be an icing. Not there. That song, James, reminds me of my EA Sports days right there. That was one of the big games in 2003, one of the big songs. My goodness, I listened to that for hours on end. A draw to the right of Corey Kuipers. One back to the point. Shoved into the corner now. Chasing in after it. And a glove goes flying. And I think that Kuipers thought it was a Barry's Bay glove as he shoved that into the corner now. Trying to pick his glove up without losing a finger. Through center. Knocked down. I don't have him on my score sheet actually, but it's back to him here. See if I can find him. Thrown over to the half wall. Kelly Summers up through center. Barry's Bay will move it across the blue line. To the dot. Throwing it into the slot. It's picked up again anyways. Looking to Steege and a chance there. Big opportunity. Deseronto move it out through center. Looking for their first goal of the game. Going in, drilled along the wall. Barry's Bay has come out to hit tonight, let me tell you what. Pass to the slot. It just missed the intended receiver and have to wait for him to get off the ice. 8 minutes, 55 seconds to go here in the first period. Deseronto looks like they're still locked in first gear, but Barry's Bay has come out flying in this one. Fleming, cross ice pass. Right to the tape, just on the backhand though. Flip through center, and another, this one's a 4-on-2. Drop pass, shot, and it hits a stick, goes into the corner. Trying to throw it in behind the net. Just forced on that one, back to the point. Throw it along the wall again. Behind the net, looking into the slot area. Couldn't come up with the puck on that one. Sean Talon just perched there. Good defensive play there by Deseronto. Half wall, throwing it across. Ice Steege throws it in behind the net. Back the other way. Lapine. Oh boy, that was a close one for too many men. Ripped along the boards, chipped in, and they'll get a good change. Kuipers knows it. He'll try and throw it around the boards to get him going quick. Back the other way with good speed. Across that blue line. The pass over connects. Brown throwing it in behind the net to the slot. Chance now over the side shot. Now Lipinski sticking the stick out. Figure out that cross ice pass. The redirect knocked into the corner. Throwing it down the ice. And they'll reset. Quick line changes here in the early going on this one. Looks like Johnny Hill's wearing number 12 tonight. That's why I haven't seen him most of the game. Going up. Mid-ice area. 7:15 to go. Through center. Gustafson. Across the line. He's knocked off the puck. Lapine. Enright. Picking it up. Head up all the way. He's got three Barry's Bay, Deseronto defenders back on him. That is really close to too many men as well. Across the blue line, head up, and stood him up. Good chance there for a big hit, but can't hit a big guy like that if he's ready for it. His feet thrown up to Deseronto's D. Pass over from Arnberg. Across that blue line, Summers took a run at him. Maybe the recipient here, possible breakout. No, he's smart. He'll slow it up. Noah Brandt getting the hook going on him. Kelly Summers is just so good with the puck. And Noah Brandt is a terrific forechecker. Summers winning that battle. It's just a testament to number 27, Barry's Bay's captain, and what he can do to piggyback this Barry's Bay club. And that's an opportunity on the rush. Deseronto shot. Lipinski with a nice save there to steer it into the corner. Steege forcing his man along the wall. Drilled along the half wall and out. Barry's Bay will slow it up behind the net. That pass is knocked down. But it gets out to center. Two Wolves up there. Deseronto turning it back around. Drop pass. Looks for a shot. Hits a leg. Deseronto looking back to the point. Good play by Steege. Along the wall and into the corner. Backhander on the other side. Barry's Bay needs a line change. You can see it. They are at the end of a long shift, and a smart play to skate it out. A wholesale change will ensue. The Wolves across the line, going towards the net. The wraparound can't complete it. Squirts out. Strong sticks there, and the battle is won by the Wolves. Dumped into the corner, trying to come around the other side with it, looking into the slot. He'll take it himself to the blue line and shoot through. Kuipers saw it at the last second, and he'll hold on for the whistle. My goodness. The back and forth action here is on point, folks. 2-0. Barry's Bay, 5:10 to go here in the first period. James is so pumped he can hardly sit in his seat. You should see him, folks, behind that camera. The draw goes back to the point in the blue line. Steege, cross ice pass. The shot through by Lapine. Top of the circle. The shot again, knocked away. Leclerc battling low. Squirts out in front of that net. My goodness. He just couldn't pick it up. Back the other way. Out comes Lipinski, and he will hold. You're okay. No, you're okay. You're all right. You're okay. And Lipinski will hold on for the whistle. Terrific hockey, and these fans are getting their money's worth here in the opening frame. And for all you that couldn't make it out to the arena, thanks for tuning in. Draw. Lapine leaves that there for Steege. Steege couldn't come up with that puck. That's into the slot area, knocks it back into the corner, trying to walk out with it. And Lipinski will freeze that and will have another draw to his left. Collins on the D end. Gustafson at the draw. Cannons will pick that off. Shot through and it goes wide. Back around to the point and they'll keep that one in. Shot through, stopped by Lipinski. How he saw that one, I have no idea. Terrific save indeed. .4:28 to go in this opening frame. Two teams getting to know each other again, both fighting for 2 points. Deseronto definitely wants to stay at the top of their division. And Barry's Bay would love to, if they can, win out the rest of this season. They will end up 12-8 shot, or 12-9-1 shot in a deflection that goes up and into the crowd. One to the point. I meant 11. Sorry, folks. Into the slot. Cross ice pass. Towards the net, the redirect. Thrown up the ice. Knocked away from him. Oh, tried to sift that into the front there, and he couldn't do it. They're on a 3-on-2. Deseronto. Drop pass. Slot, shot, stick gets in the way, hits the glass and comes down, and Barry's Bay will try and turn it back. Pass through the mid-ice area by Steege. Can't come away with that one. A good defensive play. And coming in is Brown, trying the house you going on the wrong guy. Enright, defensive specialist, throwing it in on Kuipers. Having a hard time with that puck in his feet tonight. Noah Brandt across the blue line. Shot, Rogelski going in after this one on the forecheck. Trying to move it out. Enright throwing it in behind the net now, and Barry's Bay move it through center. Out of over the blue line. Pass in. Little move again, Luke Brown, but the defense on Barry's Bay is just too much. And we got our first penalty coming. Luke Brown with a hook. And it's going to be 2 minutes power play for the Barry's Bay Wolves. They're sitting at a 14% power play clip. Deseronto, 76 penalty kill percent on the season. So we'll see if Barry's Bay can improve on their power play. Draw to the right of Corey Kuipers. 3:05 remaining here in the first period. And the Tuckers, the Deseronto coaches really would like an explanation on why that was a trip. And that's good refereeing, going over and giving them the explanation, because those two guys over there, those two coaches, they're incredibly respectful. Incredibly respectful to the officials. And you know, referees don't always have to do it. They don't have to go over and give them an explanation. They can just tell them, it's 2 minutes. You saw the hand gesture. You're going. This could open up a 3-goal wound against the Bulldogs in this one. Kelly Summers at the point. The pass over will connect. Back over to Summers. He's looking to the top of the circle. A shot. It was a big screen in front of the net. Kuipers saw it at the last second. Summers at the blue line. The pass over to the top of the circle. Back to Summers again. Kelly Summers, the cross ice pass, connect, back to the blue line again. Summers pass over onto his backhand, and that will not work out. McDade. Tell you, he's a guy for Barry's Bay. He's had himself a pretty good season here in the Madawaska Valley, putting on a great performance. Steege, pass over to McDade. Throws it over to Summers, see if he can find a way in. Off the glass, my goodness, it just about went in off Kuipers as he came out to play to hit a stanchion. Hits Summers' tape. McDade looking in low. He'll get it behind the net. The corner, back to Summers again it goes. Summers, the pass over, McDade, right onto the tape, the shot, and Kuipers slides across to make that save. Summers' shot intercepted by Deseronto, and they'll regroup in their own zone. He's played one game. 2-0, minute 35 to go in the period, 30 seconds remaining in the power play for Barry's Bay. Up through center. Throwing it into the corner. Talon being forced against the wall, drilled off the boards. Steege will bring it back in and backpedal. Give himself some space. Smart play there. He's got it at the point. Over to Talon. Talon looking for an opening. Throwing it into the corner. Walking out to the point. Shot. The redirect. Couldn't hit the right man. Steege at the red line now. The neutral zone. He'll tip it over. They'll drill it around the boards. Try and get pressure from this. Chipped in behind the net. Talon going after it. But it's turned around. McDade to Talon, and he couldn't find the handle on that slot pass. Steege in the corner. Throws it on goal. Stopped by Kuipers. Then he flips it up to Luke Brown, who has wheels. On goal. Shoots, and a beautiful save again by Ethan Lipinski to keep the score at 2-0. Well, Lipinski continues his terrific season, and against a sharpshooting team like Deseronto, he's got to be on every single play. And it's one of those things. When you find a hot goalie, they can win you a series. We've seen so many times in so many leagues and so many arenas. It's down the ice, no ice. Kelly Summers behind his own net as the clock ticks away. Off the boards and down the ice. And it'll not be an icing. They'll call it off last second. The Tuckers do not enjoy that one. You can hear them from the bench wondering why. Lamers throws it on goal, and that's going to be an icing, or offside. I'll bring it just outside the blue line. With 2.5 seconds remaining in the period. Barry's Bay will go into the second frame with a 2-0 lead. Goal scorers in this period, Robert Lepine with a goal and an assist. Curtis Leclerc with a goal and an assist, and 2 assists for Owen McDade. Great opening frame for both sides, and Barry's Bay will come out with the 2-0 lead. Crowd loves that. Shots on goal in that period, and we'll figure that out. 15-14 in favor of Barry's Bay over Deseronto. We'll be back after a short break, folks. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to give you the Frontenac Phantoms versus the Barry's Bay Wolves little montage that we had picked out for you, folks, and we'll be back right after the flood. Don't go. Games around the league today, folks. Smith Falls beating Westport 4-1. North Dundas leading Glengarry 2-0. 3-1. South Grenville over Poggin Falls so far. Iron Pryor leading South Stormont 1-0. In the other games, we do not have a score yet to tell you about. The Highlands and the Lakes Division, you see it right here. Deseronto with a 15-3 record lead. The Highlands, Tweed right behind them, 8 points back, and a 10-6 record. They'll be hosting Barry's Bay tomorrow afternoon. Barry's Bay sitting at an 8-9-1 clip this season, and Lindsay 7-10. The other side, Smith Falls with that win today, the 4-1 win over Westport gives them. That's an updated standings. It'd be 29 points for the Ritos now, and 26 for Gananoque. Westport and the Phantoms are the third and the fourth show in that division. And the Capital and the Seaway division, Manotick leading the Capital division over Iron Pryor, 3 points up on Pontiac. Pontiac 5 points up on Poggin Falls. And undefeated North Dundas Rockets looking to have a perfect season if they can beat Glengarry tonight. Behind them is South Stormont, who always give North Dundas a battle and a half. The Rangers sitting at 4-13, as well as Glengarry. And that's your standings going into the playoffs. Every single team will be looking to bring their best out every single game. And another little ceremony, another little show here in Barry's Bay will take place. Not exactly sure what it is this time. It might be they got the little Timbits, they've got the little Timbits guys down there getting ready to come onto the ice. And it might be a shoot for something here, but they always got something in store for their, oh, you know what it is? They do this every now and again. They're probably going to come out, and the little Timbits guys are going to play at center ice for a little bit and have a little hack around. And Kelly Summers is the leader of the pack right now, leading them onto the ice. And this is how you create community right here, is getting the little guys involved and then them having their dream of becoming Barry's Bay Wolves in the future. What'd you think of the first period, James? Very good, he says. He's waiting to eat. He's starving. I actually went out to get him some food in that first intermission, but it just took. I got behind a really long line and couldn't do it. A little update for you in the Poggin Falls game. South Grenville Stufco's got a goal and an assist. And, Riley Egan's got 2 assists on the game, and Haw and Gilmore with the 2 other helpers in that one. Gilmore. John Gilmore back in net for South Grenville. He stopped 4 of 5 shots in that game so far. And the goalie at the other end is Malcolm Patry. But one that a lot of people are looking at is this game right here. It's really the game of the weekend. Barry's Bay and Deseronto. They are they're 2 clubs, like I say, that play so well against each other. And there's been a lot of people saying that they don't see the Deseronto Bulldogs that they usually see, the rough and tumble physical hockey team that they are. They're not putting it on in that first period. Might have been the drive out that slowed them up, and we'll see a different Bulldogs team here in the second, because we know exactly what they can do. The problem is Barry's Bay's defense is so stifling that it's hard for many teams to get going, especially here in Madawaska Valley. It's an incredibly frustrating thing for a lot of teams. And it looks like we have a goal. I don't have the game sheet for the Timbits team, so I can't tell you who scored. Well, Landon, it's good to see you, my man. It's too bad you couldn't make the trip out. Always good to see you. Mr. Driver, thank you very much. We really appreciate it, big time. Very proud dad from Cochrane, Ontario. I'd like to give a shout out to all the other proud Bulldogs dads who traveled on the bus with their sons today. Oh, well, that is a really nice little tidbit. Thank you very much. Big time. All right, well, they're getting set for the second period here. It's a 2-0 lead for Barry's Bay. And again, the young lads right there waiting. Such a nice scene here in Barry's Bay. They really give their fans exactly what they're looking for, and they pack this arena every single weekend full of very excited fans, the young lads, and come out in heavy form. And they never disappoint, let me tell you that much. But it's such an incredible atmosphere here that if you're anywhere near Barry's Bay or your team's playing, you should come out here and check it out because it's something to marvel in. And if I'm not mistaken, Barry's Bay won Craft Hockeyville in 2006. Or at least we're a runner-up. I can't 100% remember, folks. Did you eat that already? No? No. And this right here on the wall here, folks, I absolutely love. I don't know if you can see it or not. That right there, that Canadian flag. It's the entire wall over there. It's absolutely beautiful. And it adds to the experience here in Barry's Bay. Switch ends. There's Corey Kuipers at the other end. And we all know him as an elite goaltender in this league. And that first period was, he seemed to just, if you've ever heard the expression fighting the puck, it's definitely where he was in that first period, just fighting the puck a little bit, and it happens. And we'll see what he's got to bring here in the second period. So we look for our first puck drop. A 2-0 lead for Barry's Bay from beautiful Paul Yakabuski Arena. Thanks for tuning in, folks. That is a different guy right there. Going after him into his own end, forcing him deep into his own zone. But Barry's Bay is out. Kelly Summers drills it in around the boards. Kuipers comes out to play it, but he can't get a handle on it. Drilled back in around the boards. Thrown along the wall and up through center. It'll hit a stick, and it will go for icing. Hey. Oh, it's all right. There we go. All right. They're going to call it center ice. It did hit a stick or something, and they weren't 100% sure where to have the face-off. They're going to have it at center ice. Lapien fighting his case on that one. A draw, one back. Barry's Bay in their own zone. Move it out through center. Lapien around a man, trying to go to the net. He got a great chance there. And it's turned aside by Kuipers. Across the blue line and in to the zone. Drilled along the boards there. To backhand pass into the slot, and knifed away through center. Flip through. LeClaire, or Steege will throw it up through the middle of the ice. Deseronto is into the zone. Knocked off his stick. Lipinski will pounce on that one, and he'll hold that for the whistle. To the left of Ethan Lipinski. Oh. Across the blue line, Steege is in. The shot stopped by Kuipers. Thrown through center. Lipinski will stop that one on his backhand. Dangerous play for him, but he turned it into a great outlet to the blue line. Steege couldn't drill it past the blue line. It's kept in for Deseronto. Pass cross ice. Noah Brandt, he'll chip that in. Looking back to the blue line and out through center. Across the blue line, and he's in. He couldn't get through. Opportunity here. Knocked down. Good body on him. The shot. Stopped by Kuipers. He had his blocker in the right spot there. To turn that opportunity around. Up through center, and it's going to go 200 feet for an icing. This second period has definitely come out with a lot more vigor. And both teams have really shown a lot of speed and strength. Nearly part of this one. The draw to the right of Kuipers. Going back to the point. Looking for an angle. He directs himself over. That pass over just out of the reach. You could see it. Ryan couldn't get his stick on that one. Lamers. Nice pass over, and Deseronto's got movement. Good speed through the line. The shot knocked off his stick. Kicked back into the corner by Lipinski. Lipinski is zoned in. I'll tell you, this game, he has been terrific early on. His 14 saves in that opening frame. Bruce, a 2-on-1 again. This is a chance now across ice by Talon. Fleming will throw it into the corner. Looking to the point. He'll flip it back. The shot through, redirected. He's alone in front, and Kuipers puts a pad down, and he'll stop that one. It's back to the point. Barry's Bay set up. The shot scored! Fired it through, and Kuipers never seen it. And it's a 3-0 lead. And Deseronto finds themselves on the road and down by 3. Barry's Bay, such a tough team at home, and this is the reason they do not give their opponent a moment to breathe. They got it back to the blue line, looking to move it out, and they just couldn't get it past them. The frustration will start to set in for Deseronto here, and they'll try and start pushing the issue as they bring out LeClaire. Mitchell Mary at the draw. Conversation down at Corey Kuipers. He's got a brand new mask tonight too. It's really sharp looking. And I'm not exactly sure what that was about because he was not interfered with at all. I'm not sure what the conversation was about. Oh, did he? Oh. Turning it back around, trying to get across the blue line, and they will, and it's an offside. And yeah, the frustration is definitely setting in on the Deseronto bench, and you can see him giving it to him. And it's, you know, this is one of those things where when you're down early, you can really let your emotions fly, and it can become a part of the game. And a bench minor is not where they want to get into right now. And that was a very close onside, offside play. And Madawaska Valley trying to keep their emotions in check as well. With the type of hockey that they're playing right now, settle it on the ice if you're in the white, and if you're in the red, you've really got to push the issue big time. Because this game can get out of hand in a hurry. Kuipers comes out to play it on LeClaire. He'll backhand it. The shot just hops there on McDade. LeClaire in the corner. He's tough to knock off that puck, especially in the corner. Looking for Lepine. It gets to him. He tried to throw it back to the point. It's in along the wall, trying to walk out with it. The shot, and he just fired it short side and wide. Kelly Summers shoots it through the redirect, and LeClaire in front of that net. He is just so tough in front. A big body, and he's as sure-footed as a mountain goat. Through center. Turning it back is Lapine in his own zone. The game's intensity, you can feel it, folks, is starting to pick up. Deseronto's feet are moving a lot faster now. And Barry's Bay trying to match him stride for stride. That's flipped down. Lipinski will play that around the boards and around the net and to the blue line, and the shot. Lipinski there to quickly steer that aside. Shot through, short side and wide. Luke Brown, Deseronto holding the zone. The shot, stopped by Lipinski. It went to the other side. He wasn't sure if he had it or not. And there's Greg Arnberg. He loses the puck, and Kuipers will stop that one. Goes into the corner. Along the half wall here. Cannons will throw it up through center. Gustafson, the head of speed. And he run right into the goal post, and he might have hurt himself there. That was full stride. Knocked water bottle, pegs, net, and himself possibly out on that one. He's down for a moment, but he's a tough guy. Hopefully nothing come from that. Lipinski, he's just happy that Gustafson didn't hit him. Gustafson is not a very tall guy, but he is he's a thick hockey player, and that could have really done some damage. But you can see them starting to move now. Deseronto is trying to get themselves back into this game before they get to the third. As a 3-0 lead in the third is quite a difficult task against this staunch defense and great goaltending of the Barry's Bay Wolves. They'll put the pegs back in and get everybody ready to go. Excuse me. Lipinski, swig a drink. And Jordan Cannons. Oh, he can't win that draw. And what a slick little play to get out through center. A headman pass. They're across the line. Thrown into the slot. Just about another big scoring opportunity for Barry's Bay. And Kuipers comes out to snare that one, and he'll hold on for the whistle. 15:01 remaining here in the second period of a 3-0 Barry's Bay lead. In this it's a packed weekend full of EOSHL hockey. We'll get you updated. The second intermission fully on the games around the league. The shot through. Lapine fired it up and hit him right in the chest. And he might need a line change, but Deseronto's got a 4-on-2 back the other way. Hits a stick onto his backhand, and it's back a 3-on-1 now. Another odd man rush for Barry's Bay. The pass to the slot, back over. Oh, what a play that was! Tic-tac Tokyo, and it's a 4-0 wound opened up by the Barry's Bay Wolves. What a play that was. My goodness me. Wow. I don't know if you could hear it, folks, but you should have heard the fans. That's going to pull Kuipers from this game. You should have heard the fans after that one. My goodness. They couldn't believe it either, and Kuipers, I can't imagine, was happy on that one. That's got to be at least a half a dozen odd man rushes from Barry's Bay coming back the other way on Deseronto. They, as you can see in the comment section, they're not playing at 100% right now. And if they want to get these 2 points, they got to turn it around. Barry's Bay will not let up. They're not a team like that. They go 150 the whole game. Des is the same type of team. They are usually in it every single. I haven't seen a game where Des looked lackluster or average, let alone being down 3-0 to a shot through. Down the net and out through center. Flip pass across that blue line, and they're in. Forecheck there, turning into an offensive opportunity for Barry's Bay. It's flipped up around the boards, hits the referee, and comes back around the net. Sean Talon, number 93 for Barry's Bay. You see him in front of that net right there. He's backpedaling into the blue line. He has been phenomenal, and he got a hold of Noah Brandt. What a hit by Jordan Ryan. And a penalty to Ryan for tripping. No, it can't be Ryan. It is Ryan. I don't understand. I seen him hit Noah Brandt right here. I thought it might have been a charge or something, but a trip. I didn't see the trip. I thought it was a charge. I thought it could have been a charge. I didn't see him starting into the hit, but I don't know how he tripped him. Maybe the knee come out or something, but I'll have to take a look on the replay. Either way, Deseronto, an opportunity here to cut the lead to a 3-goal lead for Barry's Bay, but the quick sticks of the Madawaska Valley Wolves knock it out to center. Summers lays a big hit, which turns into a break back the other way. That shot hits a leg and goes into the corner. Owen McDade forcing the issue, and he'll create a turnover. Hit along the wall. Fleming can't throw that into the zone. Deseronto, the drop pass across ice, and McDade gets his stick in the way and knocks that up into the mesh. Nine minutes and 28 seconds left in the penalty. It's not. There's no way. It can't be. They're fixing it right now. That would have been a pretty long penalty, let me tell you. My goodness. And with I think it's a minute 28 remaining here in the power play. And draw to the right of Lipinski. Chance here for Deseronto to get their first of the game. Lipinski has been so stingy with the rebounds. Arnberg the pass across, the shot far side, and it rings around the boards and comes all the way back to Deseronto's zone. A guy that can hold the fort here. Aaron Young, 5-1-0, 344 goals against average, and a sparkling, leading the league, .928 save percentage. Maybe he can hold it long enough for Deseronto to get it back together and get back in this game. Onto the half wall, throwing it in behind the net. They are not short on firepower. Luke Brown onto the half wall, throwing it back to Arnberg, to Brown. Good body in front of that net. Shot hits a leg in front. Stick back to the blue line. Along the half wall. Thrown cross ice. Brown, he's got him on the back door. Gustafson hops over his stick. Couldn't complete the pass. Shot. Talon. Penalty coming for a hook to Gustafson, and he does not like that one. Mitch Gustafson will go 2 for hooking, and that'll kill the last 28 seconds of this power play. And I'll bring it all the way back into the Barry's Bay zone. Aaron Young may get his first few tests here in this second period as we close in on the 10-minute mark, the halfway point of the game. If you're a Deseronto fan, you'll say, well, Barry's Bay won the first half. We want to try and win the second half. For Barry's Bay, they just want a complete game. It's into the corner. Behind the net is Steege. Throwing it onto the corner, into the half wall, and I thought he was going to drill it out. Goes to the blue line. Kept in the dot, off his stick, and out to center ice. And the penalty's over. Barry's Bay goes to the power play. Flipped over. McDade, a penalty coming to Barry's Bay. And now the penalty train. And now the penalty train starts. Neither team wants this, where penalties start to pile up on either side. But when intensity picks up, so sometimes do the penalties. And for Barry's Bay, in a minute and 28 seconds, they'll try and kill off 32 seconds of a Deseronto power play. Right here, Deseronto looking to possibly score on the face-off inside their zone. Luke Brown at the draw. He's got back here at the point. Thrown in around the boards, Johnny Hill. That looks like it's coming around the net. Barry's Bay, a soft pass, will get out through center. Turning it back as Cannons. Back pass to Ironberg. And Luke Brown out there as well. This is a really good foursome for Deseronto. Luke Brown and Ironberg. Crossover. Chance to go around him. A terrific defensive play by Kelly Summers. My goodness me. They're out on a 3-on-1 again. The crossover, the shot, and a great save by Aaron Young. The no-look shot there was terrific by Brett McKenzie. The blue line, and Kelly Summers won't even risk trying to bring that back in, and that's an offside. 36 seconds remaining in Mitch Gustafson's penalty. And he comes out. Deseronto will be back on the power play, looking to bring this score to a little more of a feasible and realistic comeback for that third period. Aaron Young without his water bottle. No goalie can play without that. Everybody needs a drink. Just outside the line, McDade with Summers, Steege, or Sinclair, I'm sorry, and Enright. That's their foursome. I'll tell you, when you say the names of these players when they're 4-on-4, it's absolutely wild sometimes. That's how you know each side is just star-studded. Noah Brand out there as well with Joey Mayer. Going across the blue line is Ethan Collins, and that is going to be a penalty on Kelly Summers. What is it? I'm seeing what he's going to call on it. He hasn't made a gesture yet, but everybody's having a good time here in Barry's Bay, and both sides really they're asking the referees what the call was. They're all both talking it over. I'll tell you, Julie, I see what you're saying, but I don't think the Des will be happy with one. You can really see it's slow. It's like a train trying to turn around. It's slow, but you can see their feet are starting to move a lot faster. They're getting their physical play going, which was really absent in that first period for Deseronto. Barry's Bay started it, like I say, really guns a-blazing in that first period. You could see they had a bee in their bonnet, and I thought they were kicking Summers out. And Des is just, they're trying to find their feet now. They're really trying to find their way. And this, well, in 9 seconds, they'll have a 30-second 5-on-3 to deal with. And maybe they can figure something out. A 4-2 lead with momentum. Deseronto, with half the game remaining, they could really turn this game around. But like I say, and I mean, Deseronto, I'd say the same thing about them. The defense on either side is terrific. Just from game to game, teams can go through peaks and valleys, and it's the teams that go through short valleys are the ones that come out with those big records, those big wins. And right now, Deseronto, with a half a game to go, 30 minutes and 16 seconds, it's not over. They can still push towards a W in this game. But Barry's Bay, they have got Lipinski is one of the big factors in this game. He doesn't look like he's wavering an inch, and Barry's Bay is in lockstep with him. They are on a mission to really make a statement here against the conference leading or division leading Deseronto Bulldogs, one of the best teams in the league. And Barry's Bay, they feel like, and actually a lot of people at that All-Star game were talking about how Barry's Bay could be the sleeper going into the playoffs, where they could go very far this season. They could be like Smith Falls last year, where Smith Falls toppling Deseronto was a big, big deal. And how far they pushed Gananoque, it was very, impressive. So Barry's Bay, we're pretty sure, well, in my opinion, they are one of those teams that can really push the envelope and make a big run. Slot, the shot, ripped it up over the net. Back to the point it goes. Johnny Hill, the pass over, he gets it again to the tape. Brown, shot with a screen in front of that net, and Lipinski could not have seen that puck. 1 second left, there goes the 5-on-3. Brown, it's a 4-on-1, short though. The pass over into the slot, and he scored! What a backhander there. The sift over got Lapine to bite, and Deseronto on the board. And to kill that, that's just over the halfway point of this game. 9:28 to go here in the second period, and Deseronto is on the board. And just like Barry's Bay, Des can score in bunches. And Barry's Bay, if they could have killed that off, that would have, goodness, it would have been really difficult for Deseronto to turn it around. But Barry's Bay's defense, and you can see it right off the draw. Like, I mean, these guys are going. Barry's Bay, they are wanting this 2 points. They want the W. They'll put them back at 500 on the road tomorrow in Tweed, and then maybe win their last game on home ice. Rip that just short side and wide. A 3-on-2. This is where Deseronto's been in trouble, is the transition back into their own zone. Is Barry's Bay looking to come out with great speed, but Deseronto, that's a turnover. Slot shoots, and he ripped it off the crossbar. And Young finds it, and he holds on for the whistle. What a shot, and an uncharacteristic turnover inside their own zone again, and just about created that 4-goal wound again for Barry's Bay. The draw, Leclerc trying to work his way through. That goes back to the point. And right shot, redirected in front of that net is McDade. Not letting Smith or Young see it all. Looking to go back to the point. Works that one into the slot area. It's knocked down by Mitchell Mary. He'll sift that pass up through center and throw it into the zone. Trying to give chase. Drilled into the boards. Both one end wanting and the fans a penalty on that one. Refs say play on. Nice footwork there. What a pass over. The shot right up into the cage, and they'll blow it dead. Hit the goalie in the mask. The draw will be inside the zone. Well, Julie, you did get your wish, though. They got their 1 point. They got their 1 goal. And see if they can build on that. Barry's Bay looking to stifle any momentum that Deseronto got from that goal. Defensively, but getting a goal here would be massive for the Wolves. That's so to the right side. Luke Brown, he has got wheels. Summers is just as fast. He is a smoke show out there. Pass to Lipinski, and he'll snare that one for the whistle. 8:01 to go, folks. Do not turn that dial. 4-1 Barry's Bay. Regelski, Brown, Gustafson. Cannons. Thrown up through center. Barry's Bay grabs the blue line. One-handed, trying to wheel it out. He's drilled into the boards by Regelski. It's another turnover. Barry's Bay's forecheck has been on point in this one, let me tell you, giving Deseronto defense all the fits. And Kelly Summers is so confident, their captain. He just holds that blue line, stands him up. Chance now. Shot through. The rebound is there again. Unreal. Talon holding that puck. Fleming trying to keep it. Kelly Summers again knocks it down at the blue line, just taking control right now and knocking down anything that Des throws their way. One-handed trying to get it in. The flip shot on. Young will steer that aside. Looking to the point. Good play there by Strong. Steege just gives him the forearm shiver to the point. Sinclair throws it across ice and can't convert. Through center. Luke Brown across that line. Nice move around him, and he couldn't complete that with the puck, so it's out across the line, and it's an offside. Barry's Bay wouldn't mind having that all the way to the other end of the ice for intentional offside. 6:49 to go. There, right there, folks, coming into your screen. Hopefully you can see her. That is, oh, darn it. Right. She's out of our screen. Robin, she's one of the big wheels here in Barry's Bay. We wanted to thank you very much for having us here. We love it. Mayer, the pass over, looking to the slot, holding that post was Lipinski. Looking back to the point. Knocked off the stick. Yeah, Robin, again, thank you very much for having us here. We love it here in Madawaska Valley. We appreciate it. And I know it's a 2.5-hour long clip, but my wife, Kira, that's her second trip here to Barry's Bay. Shot and a stop by Young. It's her second trip here. She enjoys it here so much. She doesn't mind the 5-hour round trip to come to Barry's Bay to see these games. And it's pretty wild because it's a long drive, let me tell you. But she does not mind at all. That just is a really big-time testament to the show the Barry's Bay puts on here and how beautiful the drive is, 100%. Noah Brandt, the pass up. Lamers, the pass over to Noah Brandt. He'll get it along the boards and chip it in. That hits a stick and goes up into the mesh. 6:11 remaining. Deseronto has put on a better performance here in this second period, and they've netted a goal, but Barry's Bay still holding strong on the defensive end.
Yeah, me talking about it, bring it all the way to 70%.
Back to the half wall drilled. Noah Brandt is enemy number one here in Barry's Bay. That's the fourth time I've seen him get smashed against the wall. Drop pass, and right the shot. It goes right to his tape again. Lepine tried to shoot it through. Mayer of Deseronto, throw it cross ice. Lamers the shot, hits a stick, goes up and over the net. Noah Brandt on the half wall, throws it back in, and Lipinski will snare that one to take away any trouble on that play. Well, if you're enjoying this game, folks, and you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. With the incredible support of the USHL, we were able to get enough subscribers. We're up to over 1,330 subscribers now. We just needed to get to 1,000 so we could do a live game and have as many people in on the live as we wanted. Last playoffs, North Dundas, that's a turnover. Stopped in the slot. Gustafson with it, the shot. It's deflected wide. Looked into the slot again. The rebound sitting there, and Barry's Bay finds it. Throws it back out to the point. That'll go in around and to the neutral zone is where it ends up. Thrown in, Lipinski will knock that down. Just to finish my thought there, we would have had roughly 1,400 to 1,600 at one time in the stream last playoffs for the North Dundas Rockets Gananoque Islanders final. But it peaks you out at 200 above what your subscribers are in a live. So it's incredible to see what, I'm really excited to see what the playoffs have in store for us for EOSHL TV. 4-1, draw to the right for Aaron Young. Barry's Bay looking to bring that 4-goal lead back to the surface. The Tucker Brass is looking for an explanation on something down at the one end. He's getting it. Not sure he liked the answer, but an answer indeed. Mayer at the draw. Draw point shot. Hits a leg. It's in the slot again, and they're having a hard time, Deseronto is, getting it away from Barry's Bay in the middle of the ice in their own zone. The turnaround shoots. He fired it just up over the net. Comes back in and around. He's drilled on the wall. Steege being hooked. They don't like that. Half ball, oh boy, he let up on him with his head down. That was a very nice play by Brett McKenzie, because he could have seriously injured him if he would have got a hold of him. That's up through center. Pass over, Deseronto. Swinging around on that one, couldn't connect with the puck, and that's going to be a 2-minute penalty. Yep, they're both going. He's taking them both, Enright and Gustafson. 2 minutes for, I can imagine, roughing, but that may be out at center ice, that face-off. It's getting rough. It's playoff-style hockey now, folks. Settle in, a slash. And yeah, it'll be 5 aside. The face-off probably be inside the Barry's Bay zone, actually, as that's where the penalty took place. And it's one of those things the referees are not too keen on the behind-the-play stuff. They want to keep it where the puck is. And that's a good way to show it right there. I mean, Gustafson gave him the old slash. The ref saw was going to call the penalty, and then when Enright took him down, that's when the 2 aside was called. The draw to the right of Lipinski. Ian Harrison at the draw for Deseronto. They got Rogalski at the point. The draw is 1 to Kelly Summers. Flip it along the boards. Leclerc, that's a beautiful play by Lapine. He's through center. Nice move around the D, trying to get in on goal. And he was wondering why it wasn't a penalty, but he should have really stuck with the puck. He did some great work there. It would have been nice to see him finish it. That pass. Throwing towards the net. McDade back now to Lapine. What a nice move at the blue line. He's looking to move it in. Trying to go around a man. That's flipped out through center. It's going to hit the roof, and that will be inside the zone for a face-off. 3:49 to go. 4-1 Barry's Bay. Saturday night action. The Eastern Ontario Super Hockey League is something else, folks. Thanks for coming along for the ride. You can see Deseronto now is really starting to get their stick work going. Lifts, anything they can to try and get back in this game. And that's to the point. Lapine along the half wall, back to Lapine again. He'll throw it cross ice. Kelly Summers. Now the danger starts. That shot, and Young will snare that one as it hit a stick and went up. Just over the net, into his glove. Yeah, gearing up for the playoffs is always an exciting time. All this work through the regular season culminates to playoff hockey. And when you're finishing it off, some guys, hey, you know, I'm at 19 goals. I wouldn't mind hitting 20. I'm at 25. Shot through, stop by Young. 25 assists. You know, they're trying to hit the career highs and goals that they've set for themselves and point-wise. And for Barry's Bay, being above 500 going into the playoffs is a goal that I can imagine this entire team has set for themselves. Right now, you have shorter and smaller goals when you get near the end of the season. Barry's Bay's goal was to win the championship, and that goal is still in mind. That happens when the playoffs come. Deseronto would love to still hang on to the top spot in their conference, in their division. That would be one goal I can guarantee is for them. Summers at the blue line. The whole fact of the matter is these two teams and everyone around the OSHL, it's a massive reason their last few games of the season. That's kicked out by Young. That squirts back to the point. Kelly Summers fakes the shot, gives himself some room. He throws it down low, throwing it into the slot, and that goes back to Lapine. Lapine get to the top of the circle. That goes to Kelly Summers, who's wide open, rocks in, and he ripped it on the outside of the post. He caught Young deep in his net, and with that snapshot, it's hard to get to. Even when you're out on the tape, shoots it, and he drilled it off the glass. My goodness, Barry's Bay's forecheck is on point. Summers again, ripped it just wide again. They're going for the top shelf. Young's going down early in these, and they're just missing Mayer. Shot, scored! 2 chances for Barry's Bay to hit the top shelf. And it's Mayer who finds Twine and cuts the lead in half. And it's 4-2 Barry's Bay. And a hush draws over this crowd with 2:35 to go here in the second frame. Draw one for the Wolves. Chip through to center and into the zone. Barry's Bay, their offensive pressure is amazing. That pass down low. McDade to the slot, and Leclerc couldn't settle it down. Looking to, oh boy. Cannon's just got out of the way of that one. Goes back to Lapine. Throwing it into the slot, Leclerc redirect it, and they're back and off to the races the other way. Luke Brown shoots, it hits a leg. Great defensive play by Steege. Leclerc on the wall. That will find its way out to center. Flip pass over. Rogalski. captain for Deseronto. He'll throw it around the Lebet. Lipinski could not get to it in time. That pass goes into the slot. Harrison can't hold it. That pass goes over to Brown. He's at the blue line now. Shooting it through a screen. It got redirected and went wide. Rogalski in some pain. And they will blow the whistle dead. And with 1:41, losing Rogalski would be a big blow to the Bulldogs. Let's hope he's doing all right. I think it was Joshua, you asking about the Tweed game tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure. I completely forgot to ask James about it because it's not on our schedule. We weren't booked to do that game. But seeing how Barry's Bay wants us to do the rest of their home games for the rest of the year, I told Barry's Bay, and this is a good little bit of information for Barry's Bay fans, is that Barry's Bay has asked us to do the rest of their home games for the rest of the year, which is terrific. And we're going to be doing all of their road games in the playoffs as well to complete their playoff run. So again, thank you to Barry's Bay Brass for reaching out and asking us to do their games. And I was hoping to do their road game, but I completely forgot to ask my son until the night of the game, and he has already got plans. He's like, Dad, if you would have told me 8 days ago when I asked you, I wouldn't have made plans for Sunday. So I'm not 100% sure about Tweed on Sunday. I may go and try and do the camera myself, but I'm not very good at the setup. I can physically get it all together, but I can't. That's over, and on a breakaway, on goal, the stop. What a save by Young, keeping Barry's Bay down by, Deseronto down by 2. Hops over Summers' stick. He's too strong. And this could be a 2-on-1 rush the other way, and it is. Luke Brown with Gustafson. Brown keeps, save, scores! It's 4-3, Barry's Bay. An odd man rush turns into a 4-3 lead for the Wolves. And Deseronto is really coming back strong now. Oh, I thought you were saying it's capping out. I'm sorry. I thought you were saying that you couldn't, that the stream was going wonky or something. So it's 4-3 now for Barry's Bay. McDade, the pass to Summers. Summers throwing it through the mid-ice area, and they're in. Throwing it back to the point for Enright. He gets around on the shot, deflected, and there's Summers. So it's flipped out through over his head. That little flip pass there, can't connect. Drilled there along the wall. Throwing it out through center. Good hit there by Summers. That's flipped out. A 2-on-1 ensues. Lapine knocked off his stick. Hand pass to the blue line and out. The rough stuff continues. What a nice little pass by Summers. And they'll move it back to the neutral zone. LeClaire stopping at the blue line. And Summers, they want the last possession of the period. That's the big reason right here. Throwing it over. Enright, head fake. Nice move to get around him. That shot, and Young will stop it, and that's exactly what Barry's Bay wanted. Now the face-off inside the zone with 13.9 seconds guarantees them an opportunity for the last shot of the period. Yes, indeed, Julie, big time. Yeah, the captain's out for now. Hopefully the intermission will give him time to recoup. He'll be out for the third. Draw to the right of Young. That's one back to Summers. He'll throw it on net, the redirect, and a kick saved by Young. Turning in the corner. Slot. Kicked over. Shoots! What a great glove save by Aaron Young. Oh, baby. Snares that one. And this crowd is in disbelief on that one. The whirlwind save. 3.5 remaining. Can they get one by him? Unbelievable. Draw one. And right again. And he ripped it up over the net. And that's going to do it for 40 minutes here from the Paul Yakabuski Arena. A 4-3 lead for Barry's Bay. 3 unanswered goals for Deseronto in that second period. But the Wolves will lead going into the third. We'll have a short intermission, and we'll be right back after this word from our sponsors. There's a little montage again of the last time these two teams hooked horns in a 6-5 victory over the Barry's Bay Wolves for Deseronto. This game, 21-10. The shots on goal for Madawaska Valley in that second period. 2 goals right away for Barry's Bay. Alexander Fleming from Jordan Ryan and Andrew McDonald. Jared Steege from Brett McKenzie and Jake Sinclair. 4-0 lead it was at that point for Barry's Bay. Then Graham Lamers, a friend of the show from Luke Brown and Johnny Hill, and Joey Mayer from Johnny Hill and Graham Lamers again, and Luke Brown from Jordan Cannons. 3 straight goals, making this third period incredibly interesting, let me tell you. In a second period full of penalties as well, but terrific game so far here in Barry's Bay. So the games around the league, for North Dundas fans at home, I'm pretty sure you made it out to the game, but they lead right now 6-0 in their possible 18th straight win of the season. I'm losing. There we go. 6-0 over Glengarry. The Barn Cats leading the Islanders 5-3. South Grenville Rangers leading Pogham Falls Rapids 4-2. And the Manotick Mariners leading the Pontiac Comets 3-1. That's going into the second period. And the Arnprior Rivermen and the South Stormont Mustangs, they are locked all up at 4. So that's your games around the league. We will have the finals scores of that either in the third period or after the game in the post game. But a lot more exciting second period than the first, eh, James? 0.3%. Yeah, we're losing it now.
Back. They're not winning or tied, but they're one away from tying the game. And also in a short period of time, too, in the last 2 goals, not far apart. Whatever was going on in the first period is pretty much gone now, or they got really lucky. I couldn't tell. They pretty much come back from like a 4-0.
Well, they figured it out, and that's what good teams do, is they figure out the offense, they get each other on the same page, and that's exactly what they did. And for Barry's Bay, coming out in this third period heavy is what they've got to do. They've really got to come out heavy offensively. What's got to be frustrating for Barry's Bay is the shots on goal. Like I was saying, James, I don't know if you heard it, but in that period it was 21-10 in favor, 21-10 in that period in favor of Barry's Bay. The shot total in the game is 36 Barry's Bay, and 24 for Deseronto. So it's got to be kind of frustrating for Barry's Bay that they don't have more goals, especially the opportunities that they've had. So this third period will tell the tale. And as usual, you know, whoever wants it more is going to come out with the win. And you can see in that second period, I mean, Barry's Bay, well, they had every gun blazing in that period. No. Talk into that right there, because then they'll be able to hear you better. It picks up the whole arena. It should be able to pick up pretty good. There's the scene at ice level. There's my wife right there. Kira. She made the trip out. She loves it here. She loves these games here in Barry's Bay. It's a nice trip here. And my daughter usually has figure skating, but today she did not. So she was able to come out and enjoy this incredible game. 4-3 for Barry's Bay. They started out on, like I say, a 4-0 run. And right now, Deseronto is starting to march back into this game. Little update, Barn Cats leading 5-4. No finals. But that Rivermen Mustangs game, my goodness, 4-4. Closing out the second period, going into the third. So Stormont putting on a lot of shots in that game as well. But Ern Pryor is a team not to be messed with. Let me tell you, they can put on a great show. And they're really doing a great job. Levi Mitchell is the goalie for South Stormont in that one as well. But yeah, as I say, the Rockets leading the Pipers. That's, I mean, I'm telling you folks, North Dundas, they're going to improve to 18-0 on the season. And that's 2 seasons that they've been undefeated going into the playoffs. It's absolutely incredible. And we have got a shoot for $1 million. Is that what it is, James? You know, probably shoot for $1 million. They got the board out. We'll have to listen to the announcement when it comes over to see what the prize is. About the what? Yeah. Put it in the top shelf. Well, here we go. What do we got for the fans here now? I mean, every intermission, Barry's Bay has got something going on. The one time we come out here, they had a different carpet, and when they rolled it out onto the ice, they actually had to stop before they could start the game up, and they had to scrape the ice because the bottom of the carpet, that black stuff had all come off. They have a new one. Thank goodness for this one. $1,000. It's right in the middle. It's like almost literally puck width. Make sure you get the shot, James. Like you don't have the net in this end, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you get the shot, like the... Okay. Here we go. See, the only problem is the ice is not dry down there. Could get stuck. Still wet. We'll stick right to it. Come on, you can do it, buddy. Let's go. Come on, my man. You can do it. Right in the net. Oh. Oh, they're giving him a second shot. Come on, my man. You can do this. This is the one. Oh. That was close. Well, well. That'd have been crazy. Looks like you got a gift card or something, though. Always a good time here.
Bills fans, one last reminder for next Saturday's game right here in Barry's Bay. Game time is 6 p.m.
6 p.m. next week here in Barry's Bay. We'll be bringing you tomorrow, or next Saturday. 6 p.m. next week. We're going to be here. So Aaron Young came in. He stopped all 11 shots he's faced. Kuipers pulled after 21 saves, 25 shots. And Lipinski, 21 saves and 24 shots. He's been doing a great job for Barry's Bay in this one, let me tell you. Good hockey all around. And we still are no closer to knowing who is going to win this game What a great scene at ice level. Deseronto coming out for the third period. Looking to find that goal to tie this game back up and start them all back from scratch again. And will Barry's Bay be able to seal the deal? A goal early would be big. Big crowd on hand. Big guys, I'll tell you, for Barry's Bay. Curtis Leclerc's had a really great physical game. He's done a terrific job against Deseronto every shift he's been out on the ice. Jordan Ryan as well, laying some great hits. Enright, as always, on the defensive end. Owen McDade, from what I understand, it's his first game of the season, maybe his second. And he's put on a show. Goal, 2 assists. Find that out here right now because I'm very curious. Yeah, this is his second game. He had a goal and 2 assists in the other game that he played. Hopefully he'll be able to be eligible for the playoffs because Gananoque, oh my goodness, looking at all the scores around the league and getting sidetracked. And Barry's Bay could use them. And the puck's dropped for this final 20 minutes. The rip pass up to Luke Brown on the right wing. He contains that puck and fired it wide. Great defensive play. Thwart that opportunity. Leclerc on the wall, knocked off. Brown back over, the chance. Looking to go back to Brown instead of just shooting it. And an interference call coming to Robert Lapine. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's Owen McDade. Yep, it's McDade going 2 minutes for interference. And Deseronto will go to the power play. Yeah, 100% they do. They're super, Dave. Good to see him, my man. Yep, right down to the wire. Barry's Bay can run the table. And if Tweed were to, I know they're your team, but if they were to not be able to pick up a point in the rest of the season, they will be tied at the end of the year. And the shifting of the standings will commence. Yeah, 6 p.m. start time, Julie, for next week. The draw to the left to Lipinski. It goes back to Greg Arnberg. The DDD pass, a shot through Lipinski. He makes the save, and he finds the rebound, and he'll hold on for the whistle. Johnny Hill was sitting on the doorstep on that one. You may be confused, folks, going, it's Billy, you're wrong. But number 12 is actually Johnny Hill tonight. It's normally number 22. Gustafson at the draw with Cannons to his right. And it's a one draw for Deseronto, but the scrum turns into a Barry's Bay clear. Aaron Young, fancy footwork there. He's got it behind the net. He'll throw it around to Arnberg with Luke Brown just in front of him, but he'll throw it back behind the net again. Hill to Arnberg. Nice crisp pass through center ice. Cannons gets around him. He's got Gustafson in the slot. He fans on the pass, and that's drilled on the glass. Out to Arnberg at the point. Across the blue line to Hill, looking to the slot. The shot stopped, lands right on the tape of Lapine, and he'll fire that down the ice. 1:14 remaining in the power play for Deseronto. Back into their own zone. Johnny Hill control that. The pass goes up to Brown. Summers meets him and drills that along the wall and out through center again. They'll have to regroup. Well, it won't be enough. Shoots it, and it hits a stick and goes wide. Deseronto back the other way now. It's a 3-on-2 across the line. Brown, the sift pass in. Scores! They've tied it 4 straight goals, and Deseronto has made it a new game. The power play for Deseronto this season has been strong. 41% on the power play. But, I mean, Barry's Bay, they're 84% on the kill. Deseronto comes out and strikes early. And it's now 4-4. Wow, oh wow. Can you believe it? This crowd cannot. Barry's Bay has got to net the next one to break up this streak. Barry's Bay started out with 4 straight, and then Deseronto, they've netted 4 straight on their own side of things. Lamers forecheck, almost turning that into a break the other way. A shot, he ripped it high and wide. Back to the point. Lapine throwing it in down low, but that's picked up, sent to the blue line and not out. Drilled into the corner. Lamers just leaks out in front of him. Back the other way comes Barry's Bay. The shot and a glove save by Young. It's like he's taunting them, giving them the glove sign, wanting to shoot for it. And he gives it a beautiful little bit of.
I just bought one, actually. I got one, yes indeed. No, that's all right. I appreciate it big time, Robin. Thank you.
Back to the point for Enright. Ripped a shot and it hits a leg. He's knocked off the puck through center. Coming in with it and around him. Bodied off that one. Shoveled around the boards and back to the point. Good hit there and a penalty coming to Barry's Bay again. This crowd does not like that one. They're coming in waves now, these penalties to Barry's Bay. And Deseronto going back to the power play. Gustafson back at the point. It's Hill and Arnberg. Cannons to the right. Luke Brown on the left side, but that's drilled in town. They'll go after that one. He's had a great game, looking to get rewarded for his efforts. He's played a 200-foot hockey game. Has not registered a point. Guys like that, you really want to see them get a goal, you know, to show your defensive efforts do result in offense as well. That pass hits Gustafson. He's got a little bit more giddy up in his step. He's drilled along the wall, but he gets it in behind the net. Lapine looks up ice, and that puck hits Talon. Looking for an opening. Throw it into the zone. Johnny Hill. Long pass up, hits the referee, and Luke Brown will be the recipient of that one. Throws it over to Arnberg. Down low. Cannons trying to throw it in front of the net. Hits someone's tape. Comes back into the Deseronto zone. On his horse is McDonald. Forcing him into the corner. Deseronto back the other way into the slot area. Almost a turnover. Gustafson now. Across the blue line. He's in. The drop pass just misses Brown. Kicked out. Through center now. And into the neutral zone. Deseronto with 35 seconds remaining here in this power play. Coens through the mid-ice area. Lipinski stopped that one and will hold on for the whistle, and he'll take his chances with the face-off. Instead of worrying about playing that puck. 15:50 to go here in the third. It's all tied up at 4 in Barry's Bay and Deseronto. Face off to the right of Lipinski. It's to the blue line and kept in. Throwing it in down low. What a great play there in the slot by Graham Lamers, but a beautiful save by Lipinski to keep it knotted at 4. Holmes over to, oh, I thought that was Gustafson. That's Lamers the shot, and Lipinski will snare that one and hold on for the whistle. What a beauty little glove save there. Unreal hockey. 4-0 lead for Barry's Bay to start this game. 4 straight unanswered goals by Deseronto to tie it up. Unreal, and this could be our first round matchup. You never know. The draw. Strum back to the point. Under his skate there. Through to center. It's knocked down and drilled back in around the wall by Citrello. Flat pass hits Tate off the boards and out through center ice. Knocked it down again. Boy, the forecheck on Barry's Bay has been incredible. A great save by Young. Turning it back and thrown up through center. Knocked down the mid-ice area by McKenzie. Across that blue line with great speed is Jacob Seat. The shot, and Young with a great save there after, a goaltending change. Since they made the goaltending change, things have turned around for Deseronto. And Corey Kuipers is an excellent goalie. He knows I'm a big fan of his, but just sometimes a change in the net will snap their team out of any funk they're in. Off the glass and out through center, and a 2-on-1. Enright makes the smart move and goes after the puck. Into the slot, scores! They've come all the way back, down by 4, and it's now a 5-4 Deseronto lead. I think it was boarding, Julie. Unbelievable. That's what a top team does. They do not give up. And Deseronto has brought quite a few fans along with them. You can hear them cheering. And this is a lead now for Des. Lapine going into the slot. It's knocked back to Summers at the point. He'll throw it through a screen. It's stopped by Young. Comes back to the point again. Summers going after it, and he can't get it through. Summers wheeling into his own end. Pass cross ice and through center. LeClaire will chip it into the zone and go after it. Summers knocks it down. Flipped over. McDade throwing into the slot. That'll go right to Young, and LeClaire stops just in time. Arnberg and LeClaire going at it. Well, it's starting to get physical. Now LeClaire did not hit the goalie, but he did make a wild little effort at the puck, and just in case Young misplayed it, he's there on the doorstep to bang it home. But Arnberg did not like that, defending his goalie in front of that net. Well, it's starting to heat up. And around the league, the games are starting to finish up here. That slide by the Islanders is really, I hope, it's starting to leak into the playoffs. Would be a problem for them. They're down 6-4 right now to Lindsay. It's into the corner. Bodied along the wall. Barry's Bay looking to come out with it. They will. Trying to get into the slot. The shot, and a nice save by Young. Good body along the wall there. Nice Steege. But Deseronto gets it out of the zone. McKenzie can't pick that pass off. Enright. And that's knifed in around by Steege. Behind the net to Arnberg. Big hit along the wall by Sinclair. Throwing it back to the point. Can't come out with it. But Deseronto's Luke Brown does. The drop pass. Cannons throwing into the slot. It's neatly played away. Gustafson turning back to the blue line. He'll throw it in deep. Cannons. Enright thought it was in his feet. He's pinning his man along the wall, trying to move that puck. Brown will get there. He can't pick it up. And they don't think that it hit the boards. The referee was right there to make the call. The glass up into the mesh and out of play. To the left of Ethan Lipinski. Mayer at the draw for Deseronto, but it's Lapine who will win that faceoff. Barry's Bay coming out of their own zone. The flip pass in, Lapine looking for someone in front of the net. Nobody was there. The drop back, Steege shot through a screen. The rebound's there. Lapine fighting for it. Can't get his stick free. Throwing it back to the point. It'll come all the way back to the Barry's Bay zone. Lipinski looking for an open man. Throw it over Lapine. Stops in behind the net. Ryan Lapine. Goes to McDade. Through center. Having a great game. Across the line. Shot hits a leg. LeClaire after it, shoots it just short side and wide. Deseronto along the half wall trying to move it out. Big hit there on Lapine, shoots it. It goes around the boards. And I'll tell you, that is unfortunate. Ryan Lapine fell down at center ice, and that's exactly where he would have been for that. Cross the line now. Little dipsy doodle. Can't come out with it. Lapine looking to just fire that one. And stopped by Young. Holy Dinah there, folks. This is why you stick around at the very end of every single game, because you never know what is going to take place. Point. Drilled a shot by Summers, and Young had to make a great save on that one. Getting it out to the blue line. Through to center ice now. Knocked off his stick. What a great stick there. Across the line to the shot on goal, and Young will stop that one pretty tidy. It was a charging minor. Julie, that's what they called that one. It was charging on Owen McDade. To the left of Young. McKenzie looking to win it back for Barry's Bay with 11:39 remaining here in the third period. Deseronto controls the face-off. For you at home, there's Rogalski, your captain. He's back on the ice, and he's flying to the point, into the slot. He can't fire. Tried to move it over, and he'll get there in time. McKenzie shoots it just far side and wide. And through center ice now it goes. Deseronto on a 2-on-1. The pass over connects to Brown, but Cannons had left the zone. It's down the ice, and it'll go for icing. Back 200 feet. And to the left of Ethan Lopensky. Mitch Gustafson. Cannons to his right. Nirenberg at the point. Barry's Bay countering with Kelly Summers just behind McKenzie. There's Steege trying to get a little advantage here. He's inside the paint, but nobody seemed to notice. He's knocked down. Didn't like that. Gustafson to the point. Hit on the blue line there. Barry's Bay is getting frustrated. They've been wanting a couple calls, seeing how they had two back-to-back against Barry's Bay. So now they're throwing the bodies around. Looking into the slot for Cannons. He'll cycle it back into the corner. Gustafson looking to the slot. He's knocked down, and he's knocked off the puck. Sinclair. Across the line. No, it's... Well, I'm not exactly sure what the penalties are going to be. Gustafson may be getting 2 minutes, but it's a rough as well to McKenzie. Gustafson, I seen them behind the play roughing it up a little bit, and Barry's Bay was wanting a penalty called. Lapine is asking, you know, where the penalty were on a few plays. You can see the young lads there just to the left. Look at them banging on that glass there, right there. They're giving it, telling their boys, let's go Barry's Bay. Great atmosphere here in Barry's Bay. LeClaire having words with Noah Brandt, the face-off circle. That's one back. DDD pass, Enright to LeClaire. Great pass into McDade. He can't come up with that puck. Deseronto wheeling it back the other way now. Throwing it on Johnny Hill, and Lipensky will hold on for the face-off. So, well, Gustafson and McKenzie both getting 2 minutes for roughing. Offsetting Miners, 10:13 to go in the third period. Shot, ripped it high and over the net. Shot wide of the net again. Lamers knocked down, but he still made the play to Mayer. Mayer knocked off the puck, and there's Enright. He's going to start wheeling out through center. A speedy defenseman across the blue line in a nice move, and he is tackled by Greg Arnberg, and that's going to be 2 minutes to Deseronto for holding. Both referees caught that one. And no fans at home, even though both referees make the same call. It doesn't mean it's 4 minutes, it's just 2. Yeah, Barry's Bay will get their opportunity here on the power play to possibly tie this game up in the late stages of this one. And again, folks, next weekend, 6 o'clock, we will be live from this beautiful Powell Yakabuski Arena again. Tune in. We'll be starting the stream again at about 20 after 5. And we couldn't be more pleased to be in this building again next weekend. Kelly Summers behind the net. Nice play out in front of the net, and he just shot it wide. Summers coming out of his own zone. Drop pass. Lapine across the blue line, and now they gain the zone. Flip pass around him. Tried to chip it on goal. They're trying to get cheeky. They've thrown a lot of rubber at the Deseronto end. Lapine back to the point. Summers. That pass over connects. Nice opportunity here. Down low, and they can't connect with that one. He's knocked off, and that's going to be a 5-on-3. Into the slot, the backhander, and Young will hold that one. And 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining. And it's a 5-on-3 for Barry's Bay. I'll tell you right now, both sides would like that coincidental minors earlier with Gustafson and McKenzie to be over, because you could have both of those guys out of the box for either side. So 5-on-3 with 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining. And the first penalty to Greg Arnberg, and 8:55 to go in the period. Can Barry's Bay get a goal to break up the 5 unanswered that Deseronto has put on the scoreboard? The draw to the left of Aaron Young, and he has been unbeatable so far in this game. Can Barry's Bay pour it on in the last stages of this one to bring their fans to their feet? That's into the corner. Lapine leaves it for McDade. It's back to the point now. Kelly Summers with the puck now to the half side, and he'll walk in with it. Lapine dropping it back to Steege, to Summers. Summers. Look, that's over again to Steege. Crosses Summers. He tried to thread the needle. It's in the slot. Backhands it just wide. And he shoves him into the net and knocks it off. And Barry's Bay is looking for a penalty on that one, but that will not come, as they're looking to get it out to center ice now, actually. But it was a Deseronto guy who shoved him into it and knocked him off, so it should be inside the zone. What are they going to come up with? Yeah, it's inside the zone. Minute 33 remaining on the second penalty. 38 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Draw to the right of Aaron Young. Lapine, McKenzie, Steege, McDade, and Kelly Summers. The 5 out there for Barry's Bay. It's 1-2 the Wolves. Over, Summers back. Looking for a shot from the fans. Looking over to the shot, and a great save by Young. Right on the tape. Can't get it. Up and out of play. And that'll be deflected actually off Barry's Bay. It'll be inside the zone to the left of Young with 25 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3. My goodness. The fans are really wanting Barry's Bay to shoot. They have so much time and space. They just, they want shots. Jackson Grant cheering for his Wolves back home. Probably just around the corner. That's going to be a timeout for the Wolves. They're going to want to talk about this. It'll give us a moment to update you on the scores around the league. Some finals to report. The finals to report. Sorry. Well, I mean, the Rockets leading 7-1 over the Pipers. That's late in the third period. The Barn Cats leading 6-4 over Gananoque. That has 8 minutes and 33 seconds left in the third. The South Granville Rangers leading Poggin Falls 6-2. It's got 9 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the third period. Manotick leading Pontiac 5-3, and that's late in the third. And the South Stormont Mustangs with a 6-4 lead over the Empire Rivermen. I actually think that may be a final. No, of course not. It's at the Nick Smith Arena. 7-4. That was a lead for Arm Prior at one point. Yeah, they were up 4-3. Anyways. But here from the Paul Yakubuski, we've got a 5-4 lead for Barry's Bay. 25 seconds left and a 5-on-3 for the Wolves. Draw to the left of Young. Still unable to beat him so far. But this pass, this shot just wide, and they couldn't convert on the backdoor opportunity. They'll try and turn it around quickly. Summers the nice pass over. They gain the blue line quickly. Steege at the top of the circle, looking down low. Back to Steege again. Summers is open. Shoots! Hits him in the mask. And they're going to blow it dead. 3 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3, and that's the second time Young's taken one square to the cage. And for player safety, they blow that dead. And I'll make sure he's all right. And Kelly Summers, of all the guys to get that puck in that position, that's exactly who Barry's Bay wanted. Might have just hit the toe of his stick. A quick shot here would be really good for Barry's Bay. If they would keep the last 59 seconds of the power play, if they can score quick. Summers over. Shoot, he fanned on it, rolled on his stick. Now they got to work a 5-on-4. Get control of that puck again and work it. There's nobody in front of the net. They're all on the outside. McDade wanting him to go in. Summers, the pass to him is shot. The rebound! Oh, and it's knocked off his stick and into the corner. McDade, slot, shoots, score! Barry's Bay have done it. They tied it on a 5-on-4, and they broke up a 5-goal streak for Deseronto. And this crowd loves it. Unbelievable. Aaron Young has been absolutely stellar this entire game, coming in relief of Corey Kuipers, and they finally found a way to beat him. What a shot right through the wickets. And it took 20 shots to finally beat Aaron Young. Goodness me. Well, we are all tied up again. A brand new game. Deseronto, the long ice pass to Luke Brown. That's it. Hits a stanchion just out of the reach of Lipinski. That hits the ref. Deseronto looking to take advantage behind the net. Looking to the slot. They'll go back to the point. Into his feet. Throwing it along the half wall. Cannons. Going in to the dot. He'll stop up. He'll look back to the point again. Looking through a screen. Lipinski will make sure of that. Comes out of his crease to stop that one. Flipped along the boards. It's a 2-on-2 coming back the other way. I didn't see the other one. They were right in line with each other. Young fans on that one. Goes into the corner. Flipping it out in front. He tried to bank that off Young, and he was alert on that one. He'll hold on for the whistle. Robbie Lapine with his second of the game ties this game up. And Jackson, I can imagine you love that one. Lapine at the draw with Summers back on the point. It's one. And Deseronto will take it back, though. That's flipped through center. And Noah Brandt, of all the players, definitely on Deseronto. That's not one guy you want on the breakaway. They were not happy. That wasn't called for an icing. Summers coming out of his own zone. The nice pass. Great idea by McDade, telling him, hey, heads up, because he was about to get trained on that one. That's hops over his stick. Knocked out through center again. Greg Arnberg, after that little tussle with LeClaire, he's back out there giving another great shift for his mates. McDade, 76, and move around the man, in on goal, and he couldn't finish the play. McDade, number 76, folks. Keep your eye on him. He is something special. Pulls it out of the scrum. He's looking back to the point, and it'll get there. No, the other point. Summers shoots. Rebound. Oh, man, just over the stick. And a big save by Young again. Back comes Lamers. Off the boards, throws it in, and Summers will pick that puck up. He almost turned that one over. He wanted a hooking call for that. To the blue line and in. Lapine, it hops on him. They got a shot by Sinclair, and Young will stop that one, and he'll hold on to the whistle. 5 minutes, 29 to go here in an exciting third period from the Barry's Bay Wolves and the Deseronto Bulldogs. My goodness me. The draw to the right of Young will be a scrum face-off. Bouncing around. And it comes to, it comes to Barry's Bay. That's why I wasn't sure. Behind the net to McKenzie. They're serving that 2-minute coincidental to the point. Drilled back behind the net. Will come around to the other side for Sinclair. Sinclair will throw it back behind the net. It goes one too many times, perhaps? Yes. Comes back the other way now for Deseronto. They'll cross that blue line, but will be met with resistance from the Barry's Bay defenders. Knocked up and into the mesh, and they'll blow it dead. Unbelievable game, folks. If you can make it out tomorrow at the Tweed Community Arena, the Barry's Bay Wolves will be playing Tweed in their second last game of the season. And they have a short bench today, so maybe they're resting up some of their guys for tomorrow. The one guy that'll probably definitely be there is Kelly Summers. That guy is a workhorse. Pass over. Barry's Bay out the center. We'll flip it in. Thrown across. Tried to knock that down was Talon. Kelly Summers fanned on it, but he went right back to it. He didn't give up for it. That comes through center. Talon. He's out, manned, but he waits up for his guys, flips it, and for his troubles, that may be inside the zone. It was inside the blue line. And it will not. Ooh, I don't know. It was inside the blue line. That should be a draw inside Deseronto's zone. No, it'll be. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's got to be inside the zone. Yep. It's gonna be a face-off to the left of Aaron Young, and the Tucker crew is not going to be happy about that. But it hit off a Deseronto stick, went up and into the mesh, and that was inside the Deseronto zone. 4:19 remaining here. And that's a shot and a kick save by Young. What a great, great save that one was. And a draw to the left, 4:16 to go. Lapine. Thrown to the corner. Gustafson. There is going to be a penalty to Barry's Bay. Out through center comes Gustafson across the blue line. Over to Brown. The pass to the front of the net. Back to Brown again. Ripped a shot, blocked to the neutral zone. 3 minutes, 54 seconds. Luke Brown will slow this down. Pass over, no. There it is, the pass over now to Luke Brown across the blue line. He's hit by Kelly Summers. And Lapine will stop play. And Barry's Bay is going down a man again. No, Julie, they need 2 points to clinch first. They'll have 32 points, and the Ritos won't be able to catch them.